Hello there, this is Infiniti. It is the 15th of January, 2025, 1152025. It's 11:11 a.m. here in the Pacific. Check out this water. And I was just getting myself ready. I was like, is it going to be 11:11 when I'm starting this? And then it was like, yep. But instead of just looking at, just starting it, go and take a screenshot, which I did. The weather is 56 and the percentage on my phone is 83. Two more 11s. So it's 11:11 with two more 11s. So 11:11, 11:11. So this should be good. It is Wednesday. We're seeing a sunny day here. It was that creepy fog this morning, and what's really interesting about it is oh, interesting. Okay, we're gonna take those. What's interesting was that the Weather Channel, or the weather app, said it was sunny, and it was so dense and foggy. I took a little short video this morning. It looks so different, but it does go away. It looks like it'll be there forever, but it does go away. And then it got it's still a little hazy. You can see out there, but for the most part, oops, it is pretty clear here. I was guided to the Archangel Oracle cards. These are one of the very first Oracle cards that I ever got, along with my Angel Tarot deck. And I was just shuffling. Just dropped the book. I was just shuffling, and I said, oh, that's interesting, because two cards came out, and they're both from Archangel Zadkiel. So I was like, am I supposed to keep these? That was before, I wasn't ready, didn't pick, but yes was the answer. So we have teaching and learning, keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. Keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. And let's just start there. Pretty sure these are in alphabetical order. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Additional message. You are a spiritual teacher and an avid learner. Learning and teaching are linked in a perfect cycle in which information comes to you when you need it. Teach others about the topics that awaken your passions. The more you teach, the more your lessons are reinforced within yourself. Be open to sharing new ideas and learning about topics that aren't in your immediate sphere of interest. Your students will teach you in many ways too. Trust in your teaching and learning abilities, as your mind is one with the divine mind of Mother, Father, God. You are an intelligent and wise being. Know that it's safe in this lifetime for you to be outspoken in your teachings. And working with Zadkiel. Zadkiel is the ultimate spiritual professor. He's patient, kind, and has access to all knowledge. He's wisely known for his ability to help human memory function. If you need to remember or memorize any information, ask Zadkiel to assist. Anything that you need to know, Zadkiel is glad to teach you. Just ask him questions in order to elicit his help. Sometimes Zadkiel uses the Socratic method of teaching, which means that he'll lead you so you can learn for yourself. Being observant of patterns in everything you see, hear, and think is the best way to benefit from Zadkiel's teachings. I love this at the very, very end here. Being observant of patterns in everything you see, hear, and think is the best way to benefit from Zadkiel's teachings. Why is that? Because that's how we learn. We learn through repetition. We get stronger through reps, right? No matter what it is. That's why it's like, if you're expecting one and done in any of this, you're gonna be unhappy, because it's never one and done. It's always repetition. It's always patterns. Patterns mean repetition. So it's extremely important to, and that's what synchronicities are too. You're also noticing a pattern. You're noticing repeating things, that these are messages, these are experiences meant to teach you through repetition. And when you notice patterns, you're able to obviously start to connect the dots and start to put together things that will reinforce your faith, your trust, your awareness, your psychic abilities, your healing abilities, because you'll be like, oh, when this happens, and then that happens, and when I do this, that happens, and then this happened, and this happened, ha, 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 ha. And that's your consciousness rising. That's you awakening. And that's you knowing that you're awakening, because you're like, oh, I'm not just experiencing life and being like, oh, interesting. Oh, cool. Oh, I'm like going, wait a second. I've seen that before. Wait a second. That's happened before. Wait a second. I felt this before. When this happens, that happens. Again, that's you paying attention to yourself and not just sleep in a sleepwalk through life. And when that's happening, then your clarity gets better and better, and you're able to then really start to understand new information. And you open up to teaching in many ways, to being guided to healing, to teaching in many ways. And yeah, it's absolutely true. I mean, it's a symbiotic relationship between teacher and student. And if you ever meet a teacher who thinks they know it all, run. Please run away. They don't, first of all. And you can have access. Like, that's me. I have a shit ton, all the access. So what can come through me is infinite and all of it. But what I know personally is a teeny bit of whatever, So that's the thing that makes it so cool. The way things are with me is that I notice patterns. I go on experience. I learn through that kind of teaching. Obviously, that's part of it. But at the same time, most of it that's coming through for my clients, for me, like all that, not most of it, all of it. Well, it's like, with the 5% to 10%, like, yeah, I've seen, or I would be like, yeah, I've never seen this before, but this is what's coming through. This is totally new to me. Like, I have said that to many clients before. This has never happened before. This is totally new. Or I could be like, this has happened to me, or this has happened to several of my clients or one other client. I talk like that all the time because, we're all discovering. And then I'm, also learning from my clients, and we're helping each other figure stuff out, put stuff together, and timing is all very relative to exactly how all this stuff unfolds. And just remember something that's coming through right now. If you're, or when you, let me change that to when you are, triggered by somebody, especially like a teacher, a guide, a healer or somebody that, you know, you're connected to that's meant to, you know, help you. And you're triggered by that person, that is when you know the medicine is there. That's when you know something is really true. They're onto something. They know something, and it's just difficult for you to hear it either at all, or the way that it's being presented, or you get, you know, frustrated that you didn't know, or it's like, oh, I'm hearing this again. Or there could be so many that could fall under a lot of different categories as to how and why you're getting triggered. But just know the trigger is the medicine. Okay, so the next card here is compassion. Again, with Zadkiel, like I said, soften your heart with respect to this situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Compassion. So let's go there. Oh, I think I almost landed right on it. Oh, I was off by a couple of pages, but there it is on page 32. Soften your heart with respect to this situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Additional message from Zadkiel. I can help you forgive yourself and others, or to compassionately see everyone's point of view. You needn't change your stance or behavior. It simply means approaching the situation with a loving heart, which empowers you and allows creative solutions to pour forth. And working with Zadkiel. Zadkiel's name means righteousness of God, and he helps us release unforgiveness towards ourselves and others. Ask him to come into your dreams and act like a chimney sweep, clearing away any emotional toxins from your heart. He'll ensure that everyone's needs are met and that emotional healings occur in miraculous ways. So what this means is that you're not handing over your work to him. He's making it so it's easier for you to get to and do the work. And that is a very important distinction. When he says he'll ensure that everyone's needs are met and that emotional healings occur in miraculous ways, that's what he's saying. Like, you'll be led to how you'll be healed, and through that, when one heals, all heals, whether they know it or not, whether they're part of the healing or not. So again, this forgiveness thing is, to me, yeah, it's important to forgive, but if you actually work on your energy cords with people, it will definitely, that is like the first step in forgiveness. You don't need to forgive to cut energy cords or to reset energy cords. Definitely not to cut energy cords. It's not necessary. It helps you to get there. And sometimes you'll find when you cut energy cords, you just don't even have the need to do that at all. You're just like, oh, I don't even, yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm done. Like, I'm good. I don't need to forgive. I'm not wounded still. Because that's kind of, if you need to forgive, that means you're still wounded. Like, I'm still hurt, but I forgive you for hurting me. When you're so past it that you don't even need to forgive, there's like, it's nothing. That's when you know you've healed. People put forgiveness on this big pedestal, and it's like, yeah, forgiveness is great, but what does that imply? It implies that you're still hurt. Like, I'm still hurt. Like, I need to forgive you for hurting me. Or I have to forgive myself for whatever. And you can be so past it, you're just like, ugh, I'm not even so over it. I don't even need to forgive. It's like, you know, that's real healing. And again, for the third day in a row, the Unstoppable Empath Course in Membership is coming up, because that's really what this is here. It helps us to move on, clear space. Cut cords means to put your energy that was going to that or them, even if that or them was a really long time ago. It doesn't matter. That's your life force going outside of you, connected to a place, a person, an addiction, a trauma, a relationship, a sexual relationship, a friend relationship, a family relationship, all the relationships that ever have been in your life that you still have a negative charge going. Something that needs forgiveness is a great way to look at that. But the course takes you through a whole system of, which is really simple, to bring out what needs cord cutting. And with each one, you're resetting your entire system. And I have webinars on the webpage for the that Course in Membership on my website. So if you're interested at all in that, I highly recommend that you take a look. Because again, this is just coming up again, and this really is healing you, being compassionate, and through that course and doing that work, you're going to learn so much about yourself and so much about other things, because there's so many things that is part of it. Energy work and working with your spirit guides and your guardian angel and your energy wings, and going through a series of the spirit walks. There's a couple exclusive spirit walks in the course, but there's a total of like 8 of them. Aside from the weekly meetings, there are going to be some changes moving forward when it comes to my groups, as I've mentioned in my other meetings, or my other daily videos. But anyway, I just encourage people who really want to move on and have the maximum amount of energy and really set them up. It's really to set yourself up for the rest of the work that you need, because, I mean, just think of it. If you're still wounded from a whole bunch of stuff from your life, that needs to be tended to first before you can be like, oh, I'm going to do this whole ascension spiritual awakening thing. Like, that is part of, that's what you need to do. You can't just bypass and be like, I want my life to be better and magical because I'm like connected and aware and woo woo. It's like, no, it doesn't work that way. A lot of people think it does, but it doesn't. So anyway, there's that. And I'm going to leave you with that right there, because we got 2, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, your evening, your night. Remember, these messages come whenever they are meant for you, whether it was today, the 15th of January, 2025, here from the Trinity River. I am Infiniti, or you are guided to me in this video at any other time. I'm glad you are guided here. Thank you to all the archangels that are always together. Zadkiel for stepping through very, very strongly with 2 cards, compassion and teaching and learning. And with that said, please take a look at my website just in general. Look at the one-off sessions, the long-term programs, and the groups that I have, and subscribe to my website, because new stuff is coming soon, or maybe by the time you watch it, it's already there. Who knows? But check all that out, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel here. Please share it. I'm trying to at least get to 50 as soon as possible so I can start going live. And join, or consider joining my very wonderful and magical community on Mighty Networks, which It's a wonderful platform that lets you have your own space away from social media, away from advertisement, and really, really beautiful, special place. The link is in the description here. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you soon. Bye for now.